Right, this is important because what I'm going to teach you now is how not to quit. And I want you to think back, how many times have you started something? Have you told yourself that you are going to do it this time only to quit not long after, and then you slide back to your old results? Because the facts are this, and maybe you can relate to this. Yeah, maybe you're nodding your head as this happens. You decide to make a change. You've made a decision. This time it's going to work. This time you're going to get it nailed. And you're filled with that renewed optimism. Right, it's going to happen this time, and you've got it nailed down, and you've seen it, and you've read some books, and you've got some internet stuff. You've got a plan, you've got a program, you've got a diet, and this is the one. And you start off with all the gusto, but unfortunately, life takes over. Work gets in the way, you skip a gym session, you forget to prepare your food, you don't take it with you to work, you stop by the BP garage on the way to work and you pick up the sandwich, the meal deal, and everything starts to go to pot. And it's because a lot of guys make these mistakes, which I'm going to go through now. And number one is it's literally piss poor preparation. Yeah, you don't prepare things in advance. So you haven't got that food. You're not scheduled your timetable. You don't know what's going on. You're telling yourself to go to the gym, but you don't know when you're actually going to fit it in. And then the plan isn't as robust as you thought it would be. And ultimately, you give in. Or maybe you're negotiating with yourself. So if it's raining outside, it's cold, it's dark, you've got to get up at 5 a.m. to go for the run because that's what it says in your plan. I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm just saying that's generally what happens in people's plans. And then it's raining, it's cold, it's dark, you're a little bit tired, and you say to yourself, I'll go tomorrow. And then the next day, the same thing happens, and ultimately, you end up quitting. Or you chasing perfection. You're after that ideal program. You're after that time slot of 90 days, 8 weeks where nothing's going to get in your way. And you struggle to find that. And because you don't find that, you never really get going. And all that happens is you break that consistency chain. Those couple of days, those couple of weeks when it was all going swimmingly, goes to pot, and you just start to self-sabotage. You literally start to self-sabotage. You're back on the beer, you're eating junk food, you're not moving around as much, you're working late, you're on your emails at night, and you feel like shit. And it just feels like you're back at the bottom of the mountain, you're getting ready to look up, preparing yourself for that climb again, and you just feel flat as a pancake, and your mojo leaks out of your feet. And if that's you, and if I've just described you and you're nodding your head and you're going, yep, that's me, Gaz, then these principles will help you out. And principle number one is you've got to remember your why. Why was it that you were doing this thing in the first place? Why was it that you got up early, you decided and committed to making this change? Yeah. And I'm going to be asking you these questions. And I want you to ask yourself these questions. Why do you want what you are working for? Why shouldn't you bother doing it right now? This thing you're meant to be doing, why shouldn't you do it? Why would now be a good time to quit? And then why would now be a good time not to quit? 4 simple questions. Write them down, spend some time on them. Don't do them now. Listen to me right now. But write those down and spend some time answering them. And then what I want you to do is visualize life in the future. If you did decide to quit and you don't see your goals through, what would it look like? How would you be acting? How would you feel? How would your family feel? Who would that impact on? And then do the same for if you were to see your goals through. And again, the same questions asked. How would you feel? What would you be doing? Who else would be doing it with you? What impact would this have on your mental health, well-being, enjoyment, satisfaction, fulfillment, and those around you? Principle number 2. You've got to remain agile. No plan survives contact with reality. Yep, so things are going to go wrong. Your plans will fail from time to time, and you've got to be fluid in your approach. And as things change, you've got to change, and your plans got to change. So you've got to be happy in the knowledge that you're going to have a plan B. When appropriate, you've got to change standards. Yeah, instead of doing 10,000 steps a day, if you're short on time, bring it down to 7,000 times a day. Yeah, if you're meant to be training Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, maybe you can only fit 3 sessions in a week for the next month, and it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Maybe you're training for an hour, but you've only got to train for 40 minutes because that's all you've got time for the next 3 weeks because you've got a deadline at work or you're on holiday. Yeah, change. Be willing to change as the situation changes. And then be prepared to sacrifice something long term. Maybe you have to cut a week's worth of training. Don't feel like a failure and be willing to change. Which leads us nicely into principle number 3, which is bounce back ability. And this is the ability to weather the storm, pick yourself up out of the dust yourself down and get back on that wagon. Because you will fail. And what I'm asking you to do is learn from your failures. Don't just accept them. Don't ignore it and move on. Learn from them. Analyze them. Because when you're chasing that perfection, it's the enemy of progress. People who chase perfection are procrastinators. And it's just an excuse for procrastination. So don't be that guy. Yeah? Just simply look to improve over time and aim to get better. Get accountability if you need it. Get the right support. Get the correct guidance as required that you need at that time. And then just simply set reminders for yourself on why you're doing it. Put up motivational reminders if that's what you require. Yeah? You are an individual. Do what works for you. Like Tim did here. Yeah? Tim dropped 10 kilos in 12 weeks when working with us on our program. Yeah, performed great to the plan. But he got COVID. Then he got long COVID. And he started to drift as his situation changed. He adopted new standards. He changed his behaviours accordingly. And he continued to progress. But it took a lot longer. And he chose not to quit. Yeah, as you can see here, in this graph, his first 12 weeks were great. Yeah, along here. Then, during his COVID and his long COVID, he started to put weight back on. But this is the point where we dialed back down, we reevaluated the goals, we went through the why exercise, we built that bounce back ability, and you can see on the pictures on the right-hand side, he's 58 years old, and he looks that good. That is a genuine photo, and he's dropped 18 kilos in 40 weeks. Granted, it's taken him treble the time, almost, from when he dropped his initial 10 kilos to drop another 8, but if he'd have simply quit and gone back to the start, then where would he have been? He decided not to quit, to carry on, and the result is there for you to see. How good would that make you feel? So you've got to celebrate the good stuff, and this is principle number 4. Yeah, celebrate your wins, no matter how small they are. And just be grateful for what you have. The fact that you're living, breathing, kicking is something to celebrate. The fact that you've had a good day or you've had parts of a good day. There's no such thing as a shit day. You have shit moments in a day, which are mingled with lots of good stuff. And just remember why you're doing. Keep reminding yourself, why am I doing this? What benefits will it bring me? What can I do with those benefits? And then identify how your actions each and every day are progressing you forward. What are you doing each and every day to move you forward towards your goals? And then principle number 5, because there are times when you want to give up. There are times when you've just had enough. But my advice to you is this: quit tomorrow. Negotiate with yourself in the positive way and just say to yourself, do you know what? I'll quit tomorrow. And then what happens is you sleep on it, see how you feel in the morning, look at the data, get rid of the emotion because the night before or the day before you may have been emotional. You've had a chance to sleep on it, look at that data. Don't compare your results to anybody else's results. You are on your own journey. And just change the language in your own mind. So instead of starting again tomorrow, quit tomorrow. Nice and simple. Positive mental action. A bit like Jan here, who is the epitome of how not to quit. Again, lost over 2 stone and has been going about 5 months now. Started off great guns and then things started to drift. He went on holiday. He's a business owner. Several of his staff got COVID. He was running around with his hair on fire. He was just panicking. He was lost all reason. Went missing for a couple of weeks. Went back on another holiday. Mrs. didn't really support him. And he's just bounced up and down round about the 99 kilo mark. But the beauty of it is, he's bounced up and down around about the 99 kilo mark for the past 4 or 5 weeks whilst dealing with some massive issues in his life, business and personal. And he's not put that weight back on. Most guys will have just quit, they'll have gone into self-destruct mode, and they'll have put the weight back on. And if you agree with me, then just let me know. Okay? Agree if you've put, or just give us some form of indication if this has happened to you. Because this has happened to a lot of guys. But with the right accountability, support and guidance, Jan has been able to hold the keel in line. And then when things start to improve again, then he can start to move down. And we did this by lowering the standards of what he's meant to achieve. We went simple on his nutrition. We went easy on his training, so he can focus his time and attention on his work, his business, and his family life. Things will improve, and he can then knuckle down and get better results instead of quitting, going back to the start, and restarting all over again. So, questions to you are, what's going to stop you from quitting next time? And how many times have you tried that before? How did it turn out? And the big one is, what is going to be different this time? Yeah, what accountability is there out there for you to get? Support, the guidance. And this is what we're offering here. Yeah, we're offering the chance for you to book in a strategy call with us at this link. Yeah, becomeempowered.co.uk/book-book a call. Yep. You collect that link. It'll be in the description below. It'll be in the comments below. Yep. Book a link, book a call, and it's a 15-minute strategy call. And what you get from it is we'll identify the roadblocks which are holding you back. From there, we'll gain clarity and certainty on your end goal, and we'll give you a greater understanding of why you keep quitting. And then what we can help you do is create a bespoke roadmap that will get you to your desired outcome. And that is what matters. It's getting you the results that you crave for. And what would you be able to do with a simple, proven plan which you can stick to with consistency, moving you towards your goals? Just like these guys did, and hundreds others like them on the road to what they deem as success. So, what questions do you have? Yep. What principles are you going to adopt against the mistakes that you're making? Let us know. Let us know in the comments below. DM me or Greg directly. We'll be more than happy to help you out. Have a good think. Answer those questions. Be really serious about what it is that's holding you back, what you keep quitting with, and how you are going to fix it. And if you want any help with that, book yourself in a strategy call, link below, and we will do our level best to give you the advice you need. Okay? Cheers now. Speak soon. Bye-bye.